Today is a landmark moment in our plan to stop the boats. The Safety of Rwanda Bill has passed in Parliament and it will become law within days. The Act will prevent people abusing the law by using false human rights claims to block removals. And it makes clear that the UK Parliament is sovereign.
Well, let's break this bollocks down.
The Act will prevent people abusing the law by using false human rights claims to block removals.
Well, imagine the shock for the Home Secretary when he finds out that almost 70% of asylum claims are granted protection at the initial stage decision, meaning they've been awarded refugee status or humanitarian protection, and many more are successful on appeal. So with that in mind, now listen to Prime Minister Rishi Sunak explaining what this bill actually does.
It disapplies relevant sections of the Human Rights Act.
Listen to that again.
It disapplies relevant sections of the Human Rights Act.
Just think about that. The Rwanda Bill actually undermines the fundamental principle that human rights are universal, that they apply to us all. It actually disapplies key aspects of the Human Rights Act, which include basic minimum standards that exist to protect us all, creating a two-tiered system of human rights protection where adults and children seeking safety who are threatened with removal to Rwanda will not have the full protections of the Human Rights Act to enforce their rights in domestic courts. Just imagine what a dangerous precedent this sets. And just listen to this.
We've stopped them claiming modern slavery, right?
We've stopped them claiming modern slavery. And he actually says it with pride. What this bill does is shame our country. And what the Home Secretary doesn't mention in his video is that a damning parliamentary report from the Cross-Party Joint Committee on Human Rights has found the government's Rwanda bill is fundamentally incompatible with the UK's human rights obligations, erodes the protections laid down in the Human Rights Act, contravenes parts of the European Convention on Human Rights, and falls short of the UK's commitment to comply with international treaties. And if all that's not enough for you, the report found the actions the Prime Minister is taking actually places the UK's hard-won reputation for the rule of law and human rights in jeopardy.
And it makes clear that the UK Parliament is sovereign.
Parliamentary sovereignty does not give this government the power to determine that a barefaced lie is the truth, which is what this bill does. The government is actually giving itself the power to declare that the objective truth of facts decided by our courts can just be overruled. Just think about this. The objective truth of facts decided by our courts can just be overruled. Allowing this to happen is a big step towards a dictatorship. Just think about that.
Giving government the power to reject interim blocking measures imposed by European courts.
Well, that was the Home Secretary proudly announcing the government is willing to break international law by ignoring Rule 39 orders which are issued by the European Court of Human Rights on an exceptional basis, where there is a real risk of serious and irreversible harm. In fact, the government's own legal advice states that failing to comply with Section 39 orders would be a breach of international law.
That's what we have done.
Well, sadly, no arguments from me on that one.